What's up, guys? It's Hunter, aka Gorilla Gunman, and today I have my first episode in my new mini-series. In my mini-game series, I'm pretty much going to be playing smaller games, such as this game that I'm playing today, which is called Agario, or Agario. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but either way. Anyways, I'll be playing games like this, so smaller online games, such as like everybody knows what Slender Man is, and a lot of people have heard of White Noise. It's gonna be games like that, and I know there's some other games on the Xbox, such as Mount Your Friends. A lot of people I know play, and so it's just gonna be smaller mini games like that, kind of arcade games, and I'm just gonna play them, kind of talk about how to play it. And just maybe you guys will watch the video and then you'll go and play the game yourself and have fun too. So as my first episode, me and my friends recently have been playing this game. We play online and we kind of help each other and stuff. And if you guys have never played it, it is free to play online. I'll leave a description below. All you have to do is type in Agario, which on the top left you guys can see in my URL bar. It's AGAR then .io. And I'll put a link in the description as well, so you guys can just go right to it. But the idea is that you're a cell, like, you know, in like a human body or like an animal. And what you have to do is, at first you start out small. At first you start out as a little cell, and you have to collect these little beads that are kind of all around. And I guess what it is just kind of like, I don't know, maybe like protein or something, whatever cells eat. So it's basically food for you. And the objective is to get as big as you can, and your mass, which is at the bottom, you can see my score on the bottom left, and that's my mass basically, and your mass is how big you are. So the objective is to get the biggest mass that you can, and you can actually become like #1 on the leaderboards or whatever if you get big enough. As you can see, I'm not on the leaderboards yet, so I might have a couple episodes of me playing this game until we get to the #1 on the leaderboard spot, which I haven't done before. I've played the game a couple times and I've gotten pretty close a few times, but I was never able to get to #1 before I finally just give up and stop playing. But yeah, so that's gonna be our plan today, is try to get to #1, and if we don't, you guys are gonna be seeing episode 2 of this soon. And yeah, so the objective, like I said, is to just get as big as you possibly can, and I'll explain some other things as we go. For example, if you press the space bar, it makes you split, because as you see, like that person just tried to split and get me. And if you're big enough, you can split, and if your split's bigger than somebody, you're able to eat people. And so once you eat another cell, of course it'll make you bigger. And sorry if there's a little bit of lag. My network isn't that great, and I'm also running the screen recorder as well. And what that guy did right there was he sent that little ball towards me, which is when you press W, and it makes you lose mass. So you can use it for a couple of things. If you're trying to run away from somebody that might eat you, you can just keep pressing W to lose mass, and you'll go faster, because the bigger you get, the slower you get. So this is just kind of some tips for you guys too on the game if you're wanting to play it. So if you're running away from somebody and you keep pressing W, it'll make your mass slower, yeah, because you'll eject some of your mass, and it'll make you be able to go faster and get away from whoever's trying to get you. So yeah, that's the one way you can use that. Or if you and your friend are playing and you guys can like team up with each other, and say somebody bigger than your friend is trying to eat them, then you can shoot all those little balls, those little pieces of cell or whatever, at your friend, and get your friend bigger than the other person, and then they can eat them, and then your friend can just give you back all your mass by pressing W towards you. So you can kind of team up. I'm not sure if you're really supposed to, but you know, if you're like at your friend's house or something, or if you Skype or call your friend, you are able to talk to each other and make teams, which it does help a lot. And these green balls that you see around, the ones that don't move, that kind of have spikes on the end of them, those are viruses. So if us as a cell, you're playing as a cell, so if you touch one of those viruses, you explode into like a bunch of little pieces. I'm not going to show you guys so I don't die here, but then people can eat those little pieces of you, and it just makes it a lot harder to get around, because it takes a while until you go back together, which I'll probably split soon. I haven't seen that many people around here, so I'm hoping that #1 isn't that big. so we can try to catch up to him. That could be number 3 right there, the guy that's right behind me, which hopefully it is because he's not that big, so it should be fairly easy to get up on the leaderboards. So this guy right here, I can eat him. I was going to show you guys to split, but I wasn't thinking that he was just going to sit there. So let me find somebody that I feel like I can split to show you guys. So let's just do this, guys, for an example. If you walk up and press W, as you can, oh, and that guy just exploded from, so if I shoot off and capture all of these, you see how big I just got? So that was kind of a little bit of a risk for me because now I have all these little pieces. And see, I won't go back together, but now I'm number 7 on the leaderboard. That really brought me up a lot by mass. So hopefully if I can get these little pieces to come back to me, I'll be able to, we'll see, he might get me. That's the only problem with splitting a bunch of times, or having this happen to you, is because of this. So see, I'm starting to come back now. And once I'm all back together, see, now he's not as big as me, so he won't be able to get me. And once my final piece comes in here, which I just did, so now I'm number 8 on the leaderboard, and we're all together. So hopefully we can take this somewhere. And you guys are probably going to be seeing, I'm probably going to have another class review or a gun review like I did from the other day. Let's see, and what that guy did is he shot a bunch of these pieces at me here, which I actually didn't know you could do. I've been playing for a while and I didn't know that you could do that. And see, he ate all of my pieces, which I didn't realize that. I'm not sure exactly how he did that, but I guess somehow you can shoot at the viruses and they will maybe it shoots back at that person that's under it. I don't know. Let me try that quick, actually. If you shoot at the virus, I'm not sure how that works. And sorry if that notification keeps popping up at the bottom. It's just telling me that I have high CPU usage. But yeah, I'm not sure how he did that. I'll try to figure that out maybe by next video if we have a second episode, which we probably will because it is really hard to get to number 1. And oh yeah, see, just something like that quick, somebody can end everything that you did. Oh, and there's also I'll show you next time I die, but I'll just explain it. Once you die, you can go into your settings to go to different places on right here. So if you go into your settings here, you can select what region you're going to. So if you're like in California or something, you're going to want to go to the west. And then there's a US East, which I'm in Pennsylvania, so that's where I'm at. In South America, Europe, Russia, Turkey, East Asia, China, and Oceania. So that's just kind of a cool thing. Like a lot of people have funny names on here, like on our leaderboard, not really, but it's the police, I guess, kind of an example, but like that. Or I like to go to like the Chinese server and I don't know, put like fuck China as my name or something. I feel like it gets people pissed off. It's kind of fun to mess with people, and people make clans together and stuff. Like if people are on Twitch, I know a lot of people will put like the same kind of name, and like I'll put like fuck and then like whatever the name of the clan is, and it's just fun messing with people. And you can also, for example, if I put my name as USA, it'll put the American flag as my skin or my like my color. So like you can do that for China and like every other country. Or like if you put Texas, I think it puts the Texas like state flag and stuff like that. And there's other things besides like countries and all. There's like if you put Nazi, it actually puts the swastika. Or if you put Facebook, it puts the Facebook logo. Or I know there's like Reddit, and if you put Steam, it'll put the Steam logo. I forget what else there is too, but there's, oh yeah, if you put Hitler, it puts a little Hitler stash on your ball, or you can just be called, if you can put no name at all, and it'll say an unnamed cell, such as number 6 and 8 on the leaderboards. Both of them don't have any names. Which, yeah, so this is definitely a fun game. I'd suggest you guys playing it as well, trying it out. I know a lot of people have been playing it recently. I think PewDiePie was either had a video on it or was live streaming it yesterday. I'm not sure exactly, but I know my friend got in a game with them because it's easy to if you know what server the person's on, if you know what server the person is on, say like the US East or West or whatever, it's easy enough to connect to people. So my friend got in a game with PewDiePie, which is pretty cool. I didn't realize that. I didn't know that he was streaming at the time, so I didn't get to do it. And there we go, fucking ending again. So that's the only thing. This game definitely gets frustrating. Like, I was playing it the other night, probably for an hour or two, trying to become number 1. And I think I got to like 2 or 3, and somebody, and one of the biggest guy ate me, or I think his friends helped him and actually gave him mass so that he could eat me. And at that point, I pretty much just closed my laptop and decided I had to get off of this, and I went to bed. But that was like 3 o'clock in the morning after trying for a couple hours to get number 1 on the leaderboards. And it appears number 1's pretty good because we just passed that guy USA. And I think this guy right here, he's pretty decent size, and he's not on the leaderboards. Which it might just look like that from my perspective because I'm small, but I'm not sure. But I know you can find, if you get into a lobby that's like a newer server, or a newer lobby, it's a lot easier to get to number 1, and like the names will be changing a lot more. Like on these older servers, which I'm pretty sure this one is, this has probably been around for a little bit. The names really don't change on the boards; they pretty much stay the same. And that's the number 1 guy right there, actually. So he's not too big. That's not too big compared to some other people that I've seen. But yeah, if you get into a new lobby, it's a lot easier to get to number 1 because people die a lot easier because they're a lot smaller at first, and it's a lot easier to get up to that, the mass that person is. And you also have to be that guy South Korea right there. If you guys haven't played the game, you're not going to know this, but if you are about the same size as somebody else, you won't be able to eat them. You have to be well over their size to be able to eat them. You can't be the same size, but sometimes, which I'm not sure, if it's just me or not, and just the way that I see it, but I swear sometimes people are like the same size as me, and they'll split, and the split will be like a little bit smaller than me, and it still eats me somehow. And that's when I start getting frustrated with this game. But I can definitely play it for a good hour or so before I come to the point that I just slam my laptop down and I'm done. But boy, that was a risk right there. I thought I was definitely going to be able to get that guy, but I think just to be an asshole, he went towards the bigger person. And there's a couple other things you can mess around with if you go into the settings. You can select to have a black theme, which I think it makes the background black instead of white. If I die again, I'll show you guys. I think I'm gonna just do 1 more life or so. I'm gonna do like three good lives per episode. I think that's what I'm probably gonna do. 3 or 4 good lives. It depends how long. If I have a couple where I just like spawn and die like almost instantly, I'm not gonna count that. But if you guys are interested in having more of these videos, it's definitely it's fun for me to make these videos, and it's pretty easy too, because when I make a Call of Duty video, every single time I do, I have to think of a different topic to talk about. That's why you're probably gonna see a lot of gun reviews, because it's easy enough for me to, talk about the gun and all, when other times I just have to make up a topic on something completely different to talk about. So episodes like this are definitely going to be fun for me to make, because I like playing these games and talking about them. But it's also, I have a topic to talk about. I'll talk about the game that I'm playing. And if you guys are interested in it, which I know a lot of people out there are, because these are kind of, if you're into PewDiePie, it's kind of gonna be videos more like his. So just like smaller mini games, I might get into playing some. PewDiePie is popular for playing that Happy Wheels game. So if you guys are interested, I'll make a video on that. And if you know any other games like this that you'd like to see me play, leave a comment, and I'll definitely go out and play them for you guys. Because like I said, I do like trying different games and all. And I hope you guys are starting to see the variety I have on my channel. Instead of just gaming videos, I've already done multiple different kinds of videos. I've done Advanced Warfare, and I've done like the weapons review. I've done live. I think I did a live commentary in my first episode, and then my first video. I did my Minecraft series. Now I have this mini game series that I'm posting up. I did the gaming setup, which is going to be kind of more of a miscellaneous videos category, I guess, that I'm going to be doing, because I might be doing other things like just like as an example, the other day I had a Modern Warfare 3 disc that my friend gave me, and it had some scratches on it, and so I tried to fix it, and I looked up a couple of ways to fix it, and one of them was that most people said did help them, was to use car wax on the disc and then try it, because I guess it'll kind of fill in the scratch on the disc or whatever. And I tried it on mine, and it didn't work. I'm not sure because it just doesn't work, or in my case, maybe it just doesn't work. But I was thinking about making a video on that. If it did work, I would have made a video on that and kind of talk about that, just to show you guys how you could fix your disc as well. So that'll kind of be in my more miscellaneous videos category, which I might make a miscellaneous playlist. I'm not sure. I like to keep things organized, so maybe I will make a category miscellaneous, and I'll do like videos like that, or my setup video and stuff like that. And I'm also gonna I know I said in my first video this too, but for other people who haven't seen my first video, I'm gonna be doing like reviews and stuff on phones. So like I get a new phone every 1 or 2 years. It depends. Sometimes it's a year. Like last time my phone broke, so I went out and had to get a new one right away. And but yeah, so every time I get like a new phone, I'll do a review on it, just kind of talk about how I like it and all. So it's not going to be all the time. It's going to be every once in a while, maybe every couple of months, I'll have a new kind of review video up for something I get, or I might even start. There's a lot of things I'm definitely interested in. Like I'm interested in a big variety of things, and I myself I really like top 10 lists, stuff like that. I'm really into facts, like random facts and things like that. Like I follow All Time 10 and Dark 5 and top conspiracy theories, and I like history a lot and stuff like that. So I might, if you guys would be interested in it, definitely if I get a couple of comments maybe on people telling me that they want to see these kind of videos, I might do like videos on facts and stuff like that, or kind of news almost, other things that you would see out of like Watch Mojo and stuff like that, if you guys follow them, or BuzzFeed. I know a lot of people like them. They're a pretty popular channel, and I watch them as well. So maybe I would do videos like that, or even maybe comedy skits or something. I think once I get a little bit bigger here on YouTube, then I'll definitely start spreading out my variety, because I don't want to do it too soon, because I do kind of want to set my channel now as one topic, so people will stay and keep watching it. But once I get a little bit bigger and I have more of a fan base that people might be like me as well and want a big variety of videos, then I'll start making the other kinds of videos that I'm talking about. So yeah, I it doesn't really have anything to do with this, but I just kind of wanted to talk about that to let you guys know. And I might mention it in a couple of videos, just so if other people haven't seen this video or my older videos, then I'm just going to mention it again so some other people can hear it. So we're going on a pretty good life here. My score is only 633, isn't that high, but compared to the biggest people in this lobby, it's not that big of a difference because most people in this lobby don't seem to be that big. And so after this life is where I'm going to cut the video. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. I don't have a timer, or I wasn't watching the clock either. It's probably been about 10-15 minutes so far. So after this, I'm going to cut the video, and as long as I die, which I probably will end up dying. I do end up dying around this size. So we'll see how long this lasts. And once I die here, then that's when I'm going to end the video. And like I said, if you guys want to see more of these videos, leave a comment, like it, subscribe, of course, to see more if you're interested in these. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to trick this guy. I'm going to act like I'm going to be his friend and feed him, but then I'm going to go and eat him. Maybe if I can catch up to him if he still wants to. I got him. Sometimes I do feel bad when I do that because I do know that somebody else is on the other side probably very frustrated with me now because I would be really mad if somebody did that to me. But you gotta do what you gotta do to become number one. Alright, so that gave us a big advantage there. Now that I'm pretty big, I might last a little bit longer than I thought I would. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Sometimes you really do get lucky. Like I've seen a couple of my friends do it a few times. They'll be like really small just starting off, and right where they spawn in, there'll be a big explosion like that guy right there. And they'll just eat all of it and become like almost number one instantly. Oh my god, I thought that guy was going to get me. Alright, he's not big enough to split and get me, so I'm not going to worry about him right now. I don't think his split shouldn't be big enough to get me. So we're coming up, we're on the leaderboards now, so. And I hope the edge is not near me, because if it is, this guy's going to get me. And I'm going to lose a little bit of mass here so I can go and get away from Jin. And that guy Jin right there was number one, and he wasn't huge, but he was pretty decent size, but he wasn't that big. So now I know that the people in between me and number one aren't that big. So here, I'm gonna do the same for this guy. I'm gonna maybe try to trick him if he doesn't keep going away. I guess he doesn't want any. And there's different strategies. The best strategy would just be to get a friend and call him, or maybe if you're at a friend's house to play it. Probably is the best strategy to do good, but it is hard to do that because I've done it with a friend, and since you really don't know where you're at on the map, like you kind of have to find a corner and then tell your friend to meet you up there. So that'll be the best strategy once you get used to playing with somebody and being able to give each other your mass and stuff like that, and getting used to that. That's going to be the best strategy for you. But the strategy I try to stay with, because a lot of times I'm not playing with a friend, is I stay to the outside and I kind of just collect these beads for a while, and I just kind of stick to the outsides most of the game until I get bigger, because a lot of times smaller people will come around the outside as well, like where these beads are forming, and I'll just scoop them up and put them towards my mass or whatever, and then I just keep getting bigger and bigger, and then once I'm big enough, I'll start coming out a little bit more. But I call these patches here gold mines. Me and my friends call them that. So these gold mines, if you're small or if you're big, either way they're good, because like if you're big, you can just go through them and collect all of these beads, and if you're small, you can go through and collect a couple of them and it'll shoot you up like right away. Once you're bigger, it's a little harder. It starts getting harder to grow your mass. And sometimes you're not really going to want to worry about, when you're about my size, you're not going to want to worry about those little guys. You're going to want to kind of look around for people that you know if you split, you're going to be the same, you're going to be bigger than, that you can eat them, and people that you'll just straight up be able to eat. So, like, this is a good idea, probably to split right there. Oh, never mind, that probably wasn't a good idea. I didn't see that, guys. See, like that quick, you can be shot down. But my score is still 1,258, which I thought was more than. I thought I was less than that a little bit ago, but I guess I wasn't. I'll split and eat him. Fuck. Thought he was going to come at me. He probably could have eaten me. Alright, we're back at number 10, so we didn't get that far back, but that was a pretty decent loss there. I mean, that was pretty big. And I will do that a lot, try to trick people. Sorry, I completely forgot I was making a video. So I stopped talking for a second. I was trying to concentrate on getting that guy. No, might as well split. How did I not get him? I feel like I just went right through him. Alright, let me... Oh! I thought I'd be able to get my two pieces together and he wouldn't be able to eat me. That was a dumb move. Alright, well, it's probably about a 20-25 minute long video so far. So I'm going to end it right here. I think we did a good 3-4 lives. Next video I'm probably only going to do 3 good full lives. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment and tell me that you did, because I'm not sure how many people are going to be into these videos. And just, I don't know, I wasn't sure how to commentate this as good as some of the other videos. So I'm going to definitely work on that a little bit. But if you did like it, comment, like, subscribe, definitely to see some more. And just tell me what you guys think. I really do like the feedback a lot. And I guess that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.